This podcast is sponsored by Talkspace. You need a therapist, and I'm not one. Improve your mental health in the most convenient and affordable way with online therapy at Talkspace.com. Hello and welcome. I'm your transformational life coach, Miss Charday. Oh, don't mind my pussy there. And I have a new comedian joining me today. He calls himself an honest comedian, Mr. Charles Kelly. Hi,
Hello.
Charles. How are you doing
Hello.
today?
I'm very good and I'm very happy to be here.
I am so happy that you are here, and I'm so honored that you have trusted me to tell me all about your problems. So, what seems to be bothering you today?
Um, I have a big butt problem. I love big butts.
Oh, and you cannot lie about it.
I can lie.
Oh, you can. Okay, so you're not completely honest then. You were a liar as well.
I am a liar. But I'm
Okay.
with a woman that doesn't have a big butt. So I don't know
Oh,
what to do.
interesting. Interesting. So maybe you just don't love big butts that much.
Oh no, I do.
Or maybe you're just really desperate and you're settling for a woman that doesn't check off all the things on your list.
Yeah, she's very nice. She's beautiful. She gets all my references. It's just that one area that
Hmm.
I just, wish was better.
Okay. Now, is it the kind of situation where you think that maybe she can build a butt by getting into the gym and maybe hiring a personal trainer?
No, she would probably have to get surgery.
How could you be so sure? Has she tried?
I mean, she's tiny, so
Hmm.
she would have to eat a bunch first to get
Hmm.
bigger and then
Hmm.
just do sit-ups.
Well, maybe just feed her a bunch of Tyson's chicken, make sure she's getting all those good, antibiotics and injections and GMOs in there, and then hire her a good trainer.
Yeah, that seems like it would take a long time. I'm
Well,
thinking I'm thinking that either she just gets the implants or we move on.
move on as in you'll leave her.
Yes, yes.
Okay. So clearly, you're not willing to put in the commitment to help her get a big ass. So maybe she's just not the one for you at all. So why,
Hmm,
I mean, it's funny how, I'm asking you about your problems and it doesn't really seem like a problem.
it's a
It's more of,
problem.
it's not, is it really?
I love
Is it
her.
okay? But you can love her and not have sex with her.
No, you can't do that.
You can't?
No.
If you love her, if you truly love her, then why is a big ass such a big deal for you?
I love it. I don't know. It's like I don't know. It's something deep down in me that just needs it. And I don't want to look at other women with their big butts. So,
Mm. Oh,
you know,
you're
I
so
want
you're
I yeah, I want my woman to have it all.
okay. So if the ass is the only thing, so if she had an ass, if she had the ass, a good ass proportion for her frame, her size.
I don't know about proportion because see my thing is it can be I want it to be ridiculous because
Mm.
then in my mind, I could never get that again. I'll never get that again. I'll never find a woman with an ass that's ridiculous like that.
Mm-hmm.
So, that way she would always keep me around.
Mm. Okay. Interesting. Do you consider yourself a superficial person?
Yes,
Okay.
yes. I
Okay.
can't
And
help
when
that. I can't help it.
you don't think you can help that.
I can't help it. I mean, I want my whole thing is I don't want to look at other women.
Hmm.
And
Hmm.
no matter our connection, we might have a great connection, but I do not want to be with you and be thinking about other women. Like that's not what I want.
I understand that, but I mean, if you're out in society, you're gonna see other women. If you're on social media, you're gonna see other women. There's
Yeah, but
nothing wrong.
I want my woman to be the best.
Okay.
To me.
Okay. So if she had the most ridiculous ass you've ever seen, you'd put a ring on it. That's how amazing she
Yeah.
is
Yeah,
inside.
I had a situation almost like that. I don't know. I guess I can she's not gonna see this. But Moose Butt, she was a thick woman. Good thick,
Hmm.
not
Hmm.
obese thick. And her ass was ridiculous, but she had the worst personality. We didn't mesh well at all. But
Hmm.
I would have given all that up
You would have
today.
gave all of that up.
I would have gave it all up. I wouldn't have cared about any of that.
Okay.
Even today, if she said today, I would go back like a fool.
Hmm. Interesting.
Yeah.
Okay. So, when did you notice? When was the first time you noticed that you were in love with a big butt?
Oh man, it had to be like early 2000s real sex. Miss Black Nude beauty pageant in
Hmm.
Tice.
Okay.
Man, it was something about that little caramel woman.
Mm-hmm.
And she didn't even have like a huge ass. It was just
Mm-hmm.
a good ass. And I
Mm-hmm.
knew then that that was the path for me.
That was the path for you.
Yeah.
Okay. So, how did you find yourself in a relationship with this woman with a pancake ass if you are so superficial?
You know, we just she's just a good person
Mm-hmm.
and she's beautiful. She is beautiful.
Mm-hmm.
Um, yeah, I don't know. We just hit it off really well.
Okay.
Mm.
So that's good. So maybe you're not as superficial as you seem, but superficial enough where you would not maintain a monogamous relationship with this woman if she didn't get ass implants.
Well, I mean, I wouldn't cheat on her. We would just break up.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Have you talked to her about how she feels about body surgery?
I've brought it up to her.
Mm-hmm.
She's I don't know if she's totally against it, but I don't know if she wants to go that route.
Well, Charles, you can't change anyone. You have to accept them for how they are and how they appear today. So why not
Then why
just
doesn't
break up?
she love me?
What do you mean? Does she not love you?
I guess not. If there was a if you loved a guy and he was right in every way except for he was bald and you love men with hair, he should get implants or put a wig on. He should do
Mm,
whatever it takes to keep you around. And I don't know why.
mm-mm. No,
No,
no, Charles, no. We don't change ourselves for other people. We change ourselves for ourselves.
interesting. But don't, man, that's a very interesting quote you just said. We change ourselves for ourselves.
Hmm.
Yeah, but if you want the other person, I don't know. I would do everything I would do everything I could to keep my woman. If,
That sounds
you
like
know,
desperation to me. I mean, I once was a young, desperate woman, young woman at the age of 30. My mic went out. One sec.
oh,
Can you hear me?
yes.
Okay, give me 1 second.
I thought you did that on purpose. If you agree with me, like and subscribe. You know, I'm just keeping it real. All right. I love everything about this woman, except for that one area that just ain't right. And I tell you this. I'll wait till she get back.
it that this thing is battery operated. Batteries work. All right, can you hear me?
Yep.
All right, cool. Let me start off
All
where I
right,
left.
perfect. I was no, but
hold
yeah,
on, I
what
was
were you saying?
finish that thought. Well, Charles, to me that sounds like desperation. I was desperate once as a young woman around the age of 19, and I remember the gentleman that I lost my V card to, and he was in love with another woman, his ex-fiance, and I desperately wanted him to love me. And he talked about this ex-fiance all the time and how he loved particular things about her body and how she had short hair, A-line bob, all these things. And was the complete opposite. I wasn't a dancer. I was athletic. I did have an amazing body. But I had very, very long hair. So I cut off all my hair to impress him. And I gave him my V card. And after we smashed a few times, he did not choose me. And he never was choosing me. So desperation, changing for someone else instead of yourself, really leads you down a lonely path.
Well, I am, I am pretty lonely. But I will say, if I found a woman that I love so very much, and she was right for me, and she liked a guy that worked out, I would work my ass out. I would work out for her.
You should probably work out anyways. You're pretty skinny.
Yeah, that's kind of my look. I don't need to, I don't need that. I don't know if I'm pretty skinny, but I have a
You're
thin.
pretty lanky. You're pretty lanky.
Mm,
But see, how did that make you feel just now? I just told you about yourself and you like the way that you are. But if I was the woman of your dreams with the big fat butt, which I could definitely be both, because I definitely have a fat ass, wouldn't you want to impress me and go see, you don't want to do that. Why? For
no,
what?
but if you really liked me, if you really liked me and you were down for me and we were cool and we messed well and you had a big fat ass, um, I
No ifs there.
yeah, okay. I would do something that that you like. I would work out or whatever you would like. I would eat healthier, whatever it would be. I would try to do that just to show you, you know.
Okay, so follow-up question then, Charles. Let's say you did all of that for me, right? And you had something wrong with your pectorials and they just wouldn't grow. And I love a man like Johnny Bravo with a big, big chest. Would you get chest implants for me?
You know what? It like if I could chest implants. If you were the woman of my dreams, I might think about it.
You might think about it.
Yeah, I mean because if everything else worked out good, it's just my chest. Even though my chest would, if I worked out, I'd be amazing. But let's just say,
Well, you're
um,
amazing just now how you are, except the fact that you're highly superficial, but you're amazing.
yes, yes. But I might. It depends. I would do things. I would probably do everything but cut my hair.
Okay.
Yeah, you know,
Okay.
yeah.
Well, I
If I
mean,
really liked that woman and I knew that woman really liked me and it was she, it's just something of, that she enjoyed, I would do it.
All right. Well, so you brought it up to this woman. You brought up, are you mocking me?
No, no.
I have the wrong name up. There we go. Okay, so you brought up surgery to this woman
Yeah,
a couple times. Her thoughts
yeah.
about it. And what has she said specifically? Have you asked her,
I
would
mean,
you ever consider it?
she's kind of against it, but
Okay.
yeah.
Did you tell her that man, if you just had a big fat ass, I would put a ring on it. Have you ever told her that?
Oh yeah, I told her many, many times. I've sent her like little doctors she could go to,
Oh,
you know,
okay. And
in
what are
South
her
America.
response? What's her response to that?
She just ignores them.
There's your sign right there, Charles. She probably thinks you're a dick.
But I mean, I do everything. I make reservations. I've never made reservations for a woman.
Wow.
See?
Good for you. But there's more than life than reservations, Charles.
That is true, but we could. I if I like you, I'll do things for you, and I can't help that I am superficial. I can't.
Well, look, if you truly feel you can't change it about yourself and you're accepting that about yourself, then that is the first step. So now, if you really want things to work out with this woman, why not ask her if you haven't already? I've sent you this, I've sent you that, I've sent you this, I sent you this doctor, this idea, and you don't respond to it. Is there a particular reason you don't respond to it? Is what I'm doing offending you? Have you ever gone that far?
Hmm. No, I always always thought it was something that I could push her towards.
Mm.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, communication is key to any successful relationship. So why not ask those questions? Never assume, making an assumption makes an ass out of you and an ass out of me. Have you ever heard that before?
Yes, I did, and
Yeah.
I heard it. I first heard it on The Odd Couple, Felix Unger.
Yeah. And I
I
know
love
that
The
you
Odd
want to
Couple.
make asses, but you don't want to make an ass out of yourself.
Yeah. So, I mean, it might be time to move on.
Well, I think you should at least give yourself the opportunity and her the opportunity to ask appropriate questions before giving up and moving on. But if I'm being honest, which I am always, unlike you, it does sound like that your suggestions are making her uncomfortable and she doesn't know how to set her own personal boundaries. And you don't want doesn't know how to set personal boundaries.
Exactly.
Because then you'll walk all over them. You'll walk all over them to the point where they can't take it and then they
Oh no.
explode and then there's all this drama and
I
you
I
don't need
I
that
would
in your life.
never. I'm a very respectable person in a relationship.
Yes, but if someone doesn't let you know what their boundaries are, you can very much walk all over them without knowing.
Oh yeah, that's very true. They don't know.
Mhm. Mhm.
Hopefully, yeah, I've been down there.
Well, the other thing you can do is you can just wait until this episode comes out and send it her way and see how she responds. And if she ignores that, then I guess that's your answer.
Oh man. We'll probably be gone by then.
You think so?
Because yeah, I've thought about it, and there's a lot of women in this world, and one of them has to be perfect for me. Perfect for me.
Hmm. Yeah, everyone deserves a person that is perfect for them. Not saying that
Yeah.
they are perfect. There is no definition of perfect, but there's a perfect for you. There's a perfect for me. And yeah. So so I feel like you needed to have this conversation to discover that this woman is just not for you.
Oh yes. Now that I think about it, definitely, because you know, I've been looking at other women on Instagram. I follow a bunch of those Instagram women,
Hmm.
and I just don't understand why she can't be a little bit more like that.
Mm. Mm-hmm.
So might be
Well,
time to move on.
why don't you just go date one of those Instagram women?
Well, that's a whole different thing. It's you got to get into. It's really hard to get in those circles.
Is it? I mean, maybe there's a woman just like that that doesn't have Instagram.
That's true.
Why don't you just go hang out outside of a plastic surgeon's office?
Well, I don't. You know, I don't. I don't like all of that stuff. Actually,
Well,
I
clearly
don't.
you do. I mean, fine, you have the research already. You have the research of all the doctors, the best doctors in town. Go to the Starbucks next door, or, I don't know, do Uber Eats and make sure you're always delivering to that office. Who knows? Or just go in there, make sure everyone has a ride home. Some of these bitches go in there and they don't even have a ride home set up for after their surgery.
That's true.
Offer a service. Maybe you can start a business, a side business.
I definitely have to get involved in their circle, in the
And I'm
circle of
sorry for
big
saying
butts.
bitches. I respect women.
Yes, ladies.
Yes. BB
I mean,
BBLs. BBLs,
yeah,
right? That's
the BBLers.
the
But
BBLers.
it's not all about that. But in a perfect world, you know, big butts
I would
all
like
around.
to say, Charles, though, don't limit yourself. Earlier, you were saying it's hard to get into those circles. It's only hard if you believe that it's hard. I believe everything that you need to create your dream life is just within an arm reach away. If you don't know somebody, you know somebody that knows somebody.
Oh, I probably, you know what? I'm really bad at communicating with people.
Mm-hmm.
I'm pretty sure I know somebody that knows somebody, but I'm really bad at talking to
Well,
people.
let's talk about that. Let's work on your communication. We got a little bit of time left. So, where do you feel the communication starts to become a problem for you?
Um, I don't believe people. I don't believe people as a genuine.
Mm-hmm.
So, as soon as someone does something wrong, in
Mm-hmm.
my eyes, that's when I distrust them.
Okay. I think that's common for a lot of us that have been
Yeah, and
hurt.
especially in LA, because there's no, good people in LA.
Do you practice any form of goal setting, prayer, meditation, anything like that?
Um, no,
Okay.
I smoke a lot.
Okay. Okay. Do you ever set an intention on what you want to do for the day, the week, the month, the year, anything like that? Even if it's on New Year's or your
Well,
birthday.
I mean, I guess so. As far as like parties, like I'm gonna do
Parties.
drugs. I know I'm
Okay.
gonna do drugs this day.
Okay. So you plan
Yeah,
for drugs. You plan for
yeah.
drugs. Okay. Well, I find that, maybe you should look a little bit more into studying the subconscious mind. There's a practice called Neuro-Linguistic Programming where it teaches you about how your mind communicates with your subconscious in your body and all your surroundings. So, like I said earlier, if you believe it's hard to get into a particular circle or if it's hard to find a BBL, that is going to be your reality. Your mind does not know the difference from your waking life to your dream life. That's why when we have nightmares, some people pee in their sleep or sweat in their sleep or wake up in tears, right?
Hmm.
It's the same thing when right now, whatever you're saying becomes your reality. So if you're having a problem with trusting people because of the things that they do, why not set an intention every day that you wake up? Every person I talk to is going to be a trustworthy person. And anyone that has any negative will against me will vanish, will float away from my life. I've used that intention for about a year now. I say
Interesting.
any person that does not have my best interests at heart, and is seeking out ill will on me, I ask that they be removed from my life. And you'd be surprised, people who were really close to me and dear to my heart found ways to get out of my life.
Man,
Then I don't have to worry about trusting anyone.
because there's nobody there.
Because there's nobody there except for my two pussies and my daughter and my mom, and there are still some people around.
Yeah.
But think about it this way. Were you good at vocabulary or English class as a kid?
No, I still don't know like pronouns and that. Maybe I know a pronoun or
Okay.
verbs. I know what an adjective is.
Okay, but you do know how to spell a word, right?
Yes.
Okay, I'm sure there's lots of words you know how to spell.
Yeah.
Okay, so the word spell has two meanings, right?
Okay. What are you doing?
Do you see where I'm going here?
I see.
Okay, so the words that we speak are spells. Call us wizards, warlocks, witches, manifestors, gods, goddesses, whatever. But everything we speak comes into existence because we're casting spells. So you're casting a spell on yourself, my friend. Do you want to find that BBL? Do you want to have people in your life that you can trust?
I guess so.
It's a yes or no question. I say if it's not a hell yes, it's a hell no. So do you want to find your BBL?
Yeah.
Okay. I was looking for a hell yeah, but
hell yeah.
Okay.
I'll give you a stone cold hell yeah.
Now, what questions do you have for me, Charles?
Oh, out of all like the therapists on TV, who is your favorite? There's only one answer.
I don't even know if you would consider her a therapist, but I am the new up and coming Oprah 2.0.
Interesting.
Mm-hmm. We're the same personality type.
I was gonna say Bob Newhart. Because he was a psychiatrist.
Well, psychiatrist is a little bit different than a therapist or a psychologist.
Actually, I believe one like prescribes drugs.
Yes.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
Actually, if I told you like what's really going on in my life, I was just fucking around with the big butt.
I figured so.
But my mother was adopted. And the person that I thought was my father is not my father.
I've had lots of you in my therapy room before.
Thank you. And so now I did ancestry because a woman thought I could have been the father of her kids. So I did it, and my father pops up, whoever my father is. And now I'm finding out who my mother's family is and who my father is.
Okay. That explains the drug usage. I mean,
Hold on.
you're re-identifying, you're finding out your identity. You're feeling lost, you're refining yourself, and there's nothing, I mean, mushrooms are probably your best friend right now. I would definitely indulge in maybe some ayahuasca if you can get down into South America. But I've had two clients in the past month that have been discovering who their father is, their ancestry, and all of that. And I would love to invite you to come back into my virtual room, Charles, so we could talk about that if you're feeling open to. And maybe then
I'll have figured it out.
Maybe, or at least you won't have this pancake ass in your life anymore, and maybe you'll be getting more leeway on your BBL,
Damn right.
Yeah. I appreciate you being open and honest with me and sharing that.
Oh, it was my pleasure. I ain't doing nothing.
And
I'm an honest person.
Well, You are now. You weren't when you walked through the door, but
Yeah,
people can change for themselves and you changed for yourself. Look at that.
that's true. I changed for you.
Yeah. No, you didn't change for me. You changed for you.
Okay.
Yeah. Believe it.
I believe it.
If you believe it, you can achieve it. That's the second lesson of today, or third or fourth.
I hope so.
I hope
'Cause-
that is a weed cough and not a Rona cough.
oh yeah, yeah. I am. I am against the COVID.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think
I
we
am.
all are.
Yeah. But like I just I just don't believe it. I think I'm over it.
Hey, again, you create your own reality with your thoughts and your words.
You're so funny.
Oh, thank you. I did a lot of stand-up comedy back in my day. Well, Charles, how can people find you and get in touch with you?
Well, they can call me. I'm just messing. Charles Kelly 420 on IG. I post. I don't know. I don't post anything interesting, but it's me.
Well, if you are a BBL,
Oh yeah, yeah.
hit up Charles Kelly
And
420 on
if you
IG.
know what Dick Van Dyke is, if you've ever watched Dick Van Dyke,
I loved Dick Van Dyke at Nick at
I
Night.
oh my God, I love Dick Van Dyke. I love him.
Yeah.
I tried to get him some shoes for Christmas, but it's hard to get in touch with this guy.
Well, stop saying it's hard and say that you will get in touch with Dick Van Dyke effortlessly so you can give him a pair of shoes. And who knows, maybe he has a friend that's a BBL that's single and ready to mingle.
Now that would be perfect.
Yeah, it would be. Well, Charles, I would like to see you back in my office in about 4 weeks, okay? We're going to have a follow-up session and, and talk a little bit more about your daddy issues. How's that sound?
Yes, that sounds great, my daddy.
All right. To all of our listeners, viewers, subscribers that are out there, thank you so much for listening today. Don't forget to watch your words. Don't forget to think positively. Do your yoga practice, your gratitude practice, all the things that cause your vibration to raise high. Oh my goodness. I love you guys so much. I'll see you next time. Namaste.
Man, I gotta tell you, I really feel better. I've gotten out a lot. I feel rejuvenated. I feel like, I got a lot of things off my chest that were just worrying me. Man, Lexi is a big old piece of Tylenol because I am pain free now. I tell you that, boy. I am really happy. I'm really good.
Oh my goodness. Charles Kelly. Oh, I had a feeling that the BBL thing was just a decoy, but I've noticed from previous comments that he's made on my IG page that he definitely, in fact, loves a fat ass. And I do have a lot of girlfriends with fat asses. So maybe I'll try to hook him up with somebody. But, you always have to do it in like a sly way. That way, if it doesn't work out, they can't blame you. But, I too, have daddy issues. And I knew who my father was, but he wasn't around. And so I think I could help him if he's open to listening and continuing to learn, which it seems like when he's smoking weed, he's very open to receiving. So I'll have to find him a good person to prescribe him some medical marijuana so we can get him on the right track.